travelling through the warm climes of the Italian mountains, I came across with the group this amazing feat of engineering called the Passo di San Boldo, or the San Boldo Pass. It was a military road with 18 hairpin turns and 5 tunnels, and it's quite a feat of engineering. And it was built in the early 1930s using all the local labour, and I believe they built it within 100 days, which is nothing short of an amazing feat of engineering. What a joy it was.
He drove on it. He drove on it, and just as I pulled up, the light went red, so I stopped and the damn train pulled off.
Oh well.
I thought he was winding me up. But the train's just left. They could have waited a few more minutes, couldn't it? And where's the train take you to, I wonder?
I didn't realise it was a train. I just thought it was a
I thought it was a ferry. I thought it was going across a lake or something. Well, that's a first. But when's the next one? I don't know.
20 minutes.
It's a first for me. Okay, well, there's no cafe, no buffet cart. Let's leave that in gear. This is all rather crazy. We're on this open train. It's probably doing about 50, so I've had to put my helmet back on. It's as noisy as hell. I'm trying to hold the bike upright on its side stand, but there's a wind blowing against us, and it's all a bit spooky, to be honest with you. So Chris just called, he's waiting at the other end. It's about a 10-minute ride, so I'm going to hunker down behind my screen and let's get to the other side. I don't like this shit. In Switzerland.
That's our campsite, right over there.
You can see it. But if it is, it's a lovely backdrop.
Hello.
The views out here are spectacular.
All that glacier meltwater, can you smell it?
Remarkably, we've travelled quite a few hundred miles north and it's still 34 degrees. Looking forward to a beer and a swim.
They are very near.
It ceases to amaze me, the scenery that you take for granted. So it's the morning of the the final 3 days of our adventure. We just left the camp outside, or next to this beautiful lake. Lovely location, and it was an interesting night because, well, my tent particularly sort of got blown away. Not blown away, but blown down. Found myself at about 3:30 this morning. I was sort of watching a lightning storm come across the lake, and then the trees started to rustle, the wind picked up, and I thought, okay. And then within seconds it just went freaking ballistic. I didn't get any footage of it. It would have been interesting, but people were running into the buildings, leaving their tents, and yeah, it was quite interesting, quite an intense moment, because my tent, it was side on to the wind, full brunt of the wind. It just flattened over, and there was always people running around picking bits and pieces up. I think a couple of tents went flying past. Besides, Chris's and Glenn's tent seemed to do fare quite well, but yeah, mine being side on, if it was pointy end on, I think it would have been alright, but I abandoned it anyway, and I sat inside the buildings with the rest of the people for about half an hour before, and then it settled down. But yeah, that was an interesting evening. Got very little sleep because of it. Now we're heading off towards the N500 in Germany, so we're heading north. It looks like, looking ahead there, we're heading towards a storm. Hopefully we avoid that. We haven't actually put any of our wet gear on to date. The only rain we've had has been at night, so we've been very, very lucky over the last 3 weeks. It is well, it feels a tad cooler, but it is showing 24 degrees. But yeah, it's onwards and upwards. So that was Switzerland, and next stop Germany, N500. Well, we've arrived on the infamous N500. We're going north through Germany now. Just come out of Switzerland, and the temperature has dropped dramatically. We came from a bit of a rainstorm back in Switzerland. First time getting all the wet gear on, but it didn't last very long. But we've progressed now, and we're making our way through Germany. The N500, the famous twisty route. Very windy, very cold actually. I haven't got the coat on. Heading towards the next campsite, which I believe is up by Baden region. Highlight of the trip, of course. Today we'll be looking at the cooking cock. It's a big one. Apparently it's the biggest cooking cock in the world. So we're going to fuel up now. Press on. I've been waiting for that. I've been waiting all day for someone to put a pork coin in. Is that it? Is that what it does? Oh, I've been there all that time.
Well, Grandad really appreciated the cuckoo clocks.
That memory will stay with him forever.
Cuckoo! 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 Brilliant, got my summer gloves on. Mind you, if they get wet, they'll help them stretch.
Should put that coat on up. Added a bit of light.
Turning right in 7.2 miles. Got that?
Yes, 7.2 miles.
One cop. Oh, is that Grandad?
It is. Can you pull over?
Will we pull over?
Over?
Yeah.
I can do. Next available spot.
Yeah, I want the jacket on.
I'm glad you said that, Simon, because I was thinking just the same thing. Or should I just go for waterproofs on it though?
Cuckoo!
I've got that stuck in my head.
It might, yeah, it's looking a bit harsh down there. Wet bollocks again. Oh, there's another fucking clock, look at that.
We were now threading our way up through Europe on the B500, having visited one of the endless cuckoo shops along the way, whilst heading towards our final departure point in Caen. We went through the Black Forest roads, which were a joy, but there were severe speed restrictions along the way, which took away some of the joy of the riding on this smooth, twisty road. But we made good progress through Germany, headed into France towards some World War I relics and cemeteries. The weather was gradually getting cooler as well. After being a few days earlier in the mid-30s, we are now riding in the damp and cooler conditions in the low 20s.
Okay, we travelled all the way from Switzerland today and stayed on the modified campsite, as you do. You missed one, Chris.
Huh?
You missed one.
I've only got until the light goes out and they'll eat their live.
And we've travelled basically a long way north, boring motorways, all the way to Lochhanger Crater. So this is the Lochhanger Crater, which we thought we'd have a little visit before we continue to our campsite. The whole area is actually very poignant. But yeah, many people died here, and we must never forget that. And it's well worth a visit. I recommend it. So here we are. It's finally the last day of our adventure. We stayed in this rather nice campsite or accommodation last night. It was very nice, very cosy. And these little tent pods here. This is a double that Simon and Glenn had, and me and Chris had a single one to ourselves. It was lovely. Had a really good night's sleep, and I'll tell you what, my back is feeling better for it. So the plan today is to head over to Omaha Beach, the American landing, D-Day landing area. We're going to look at the graves there. We're going to look at Pegasus Bridge, and we're going to do a few more, maybe some World War II sort of stuff around that area. Here we go. Our last day. The next accommodation would be on the ship tomorrow. That would be interesting because there's 4 of us in a puny little cabin. I booked a bit later than the other guys, so I'll have a chair, and I think I might just opt for the chair. but that's an overnight ferry tonight. But in the meantime, we're off to northwest France, Omaha Beach area. So let's see how it goes. Something I didn't mention was the fact we went to some cemeteries yesterday in the late evening, in the evening sun, and it's a very poignant place, as anybody would know if they visited these war cemeteries, how amazingly they're tended, immaculately tended and looked after by the War Graves Commission people. And yeah, it was just a bit of a moment. It's just to stand there and look at all those young men whose sort of average age is the same age as my own son. So, but what a journey this has been. It's been 3 weeks in unimaginable heat, dust, and we've had issues on day one. Looking back, it seems like months ago, but day one, all 4 bikes stolen and then recovered all within sort of a half an hour. Incredible. In theory, we should never have this trip should never have gone ahead, or would never have gone ahead really, but such was luck and fate that we was able to continue with minor damage. Incredible. And it's been an absolutely incredible journey with 3 incredible guys. We all bring something different to the table. Probably travelled, let's have a quick look. I'm just clocking up 3,661 miles since I left, so that's probably going to notch well into 4,000 miles the time I get back. And a lot of that, of course, certainly on the first few weeks, was off-road in some quite difficult technical conditions. And of course these guys have done 2 ACTs back to back. I did 1.5, or 1 and 2 days into the Italian one, but these guys have done the full shebang, and that is some serious feat in itself. I mean, hats off to these guys. We are not spring chickens, and then for them to endure the heat, the spills, the knocks, the camping, it's a testament really that if your mindset is in the right place, even at our age, you can achieve some great things, and a great thing we have achieved. Every fucking...
Oh, Glenn's is up now.
Glenn's is up. It's not going to go in, mate. Try the top one again.
Bonjour. Hello. Okay, you can put your ticket in the machine now.
Fucking hell.
And Glenn's away. Here we have Glenn in second place.
You, mate, I'll tell you, it might be your turn next, boy. I got to go through yet. I got to go through yet.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
I'm sure it's human error.
All eyes on me now. That ain't a human error in my arse.
Yeah. Oh, and Simon's through.
Yay!
Straight in.
Well, it had to happen sometimes. It's his turn next. You're next, mate. Let's just look at the faces of the cars behind.
We all ready?
Yeah, we do it. Let's do it. Interesting place, Simon. Interesting place, wasn't it, mate?
I've been in a mess, really.
It does get you, doesn't it? It does get to you, mate. And so it should, you know? So it should. So we just make our way to the ferry now, and this is Pegasus Bridge. One of the last stops that we've done today. Next stop is the original Pegasus Bridge, which is apparently just around the corner. We'll look at that, and then after that it's the ferry, and then hopefully find a bar where I'm going to have a beer with the boys.
There's also a glider here, a copy of one.
Ah, right, that's the original one there. Is it open?
I don't know if that's open. I know you have to pay to go in.
Oh, right. Well, that's a shame. There's a glider, look. Look at that.
Yeah.
All of that's like an original or a mock-up.
It's a mock-up.
It's a
not
mock-up,
original.
yeah. Here we go. Goodbye, Europe. This is it. We're just about to board the ferry to Portsmouth from Caen. That's our ship in front. And that is the end, nearly, of our 3-week break. So we've got 3,915 miles, so we'll be well into 4,000 miles by the time I get home. The boat arrives at 6 o'clock in the morning, so it's a really early start. It's going to be a bit of a killer, but that's how it is. So yeah, it's going to be a best part of a 4,000 mile journey, all in. Amazing. So that'll be the last video I'm going to be recording, and I'll do a roundup probably when I get home. Up to the good old wife and family. Looking forward to that. So, goodbye Europe.
So there we have it, 4 middle-aged blokes looking for adventure on a 3-week, 4,000 mile trip across Northern Europe, and we took in about 6 countries in all. Like Chris said from the start, this was not going to be a gentle bumble across the continent. It was always going to be more of an endurance test, and a test it was. We went in and pushed the bikes and ourselves hard and came out with a sense of accomplishment and pride. It was, after all, indeed a hell of an achievement that even on day one it nearly didn't happen. So despite a few scrapes and knocks, I'll take with me some great memories of the sights, the sounds and the camaraderie, for it was indeed our teamwork that got us through this trip, whether repairing each other's bikes or, as often was the case, pulling my bike out of numerous bushes. So thank you guys for the opportunity to join you on this trip, especially to Chris, whose perseverance, management skill and leadership enabled this trip to happen in the first place.